My name is Stellan Wright, and today I'm going to be talking to you about hunger in the U.S., specifically in children. Many Americans, including you and I, overlook how fortunate we are to have food on the table for multiple meals a day, or even the ability to go out and buy food from restaurants or stores. For many Americans, this is not the case, and is even more sad for the many children in the U.S. who have to suffer from malnourishment and the inability to have meals on a daily basis. According to NoKidsHunger.org, there are 34 million Americans who live in poverty. 12 million are children. According to Mashable.org, that means 1 in 7 Americans are going to struggle with hunger. For many kids, the only meals they eat are during their time at school. Imagine being an 8-year-old kid and the only meal you eat a day is a small breakfast and a lunch consisting of a sandwich with a slice of cheese and 1 slice of meat, an orange, and a small carton of milk. How are they expected to be a kid, to learn, to grow, let alone survive, with only 2 small portion meals a day, especially when they are in a time where their brains and bodies are still growing and forming? They need all the food they can get. Now imagine when they aren't in school. With schools being a primary source for food for many kids, imagine what it's like during the summer when they aren't in school. Quick action needs to take place to provide these children with the meals they need so they can grow and thrive into the men and women that are going to change our country and world for the better. The COVID-19 pandemic took a toll on all citizens of the U.S., but for children struggling with hunger in the U.S., it was even worse. According to SaveTheChildren.org, the number of hungry kids has risen by 2/3 since the COVID-19 pandemic 2 years ago. These kids need our help. Those who are better off should strive to help them and their families. Not only do kids need our help, but their families do too. According to ChildsDefense.org, 61% of households experiencing hunger were in the labor force. 51% had a full-time worker. Why should we as households with more be okay when only houses or streets away there are families struggling to only put 1 meal on the table a day? We can be the people to help that 14.8% of households that are food insecure, according to the USDA. We can do this in many forms, but the easiest way is for the more fortunate to donate. The organization No Kids Hungry works to ensure that all Americans don't go hungry, especially kids. With your generous donations, No Kids Hungry will work to connect with these kids to the help they need. With only a $50 donation, 500 meals can be provided to those who need it most, but they'll take any amount. Imagine the smile on these children and their families' faces when they're told that they won't have to worry about meals and are given all they need. They will be able to focus on being a kid and achieving their own goals and dreams. We can be the people to invoke and inspire change in our communities, and we can do this by starting with the future, the children of the U.S. These hungry kids need our help and donations. With your generousness, hundreds of little Americans can grow and thrive. These kids will grow up to be doctors, professional athletes, lawyers, politicians, teachers, among other professions. They are the future, and it is up to you to provide a positive impact for them in their young lives. We have to take action by being selfless to the little faces in the world. Will you?